often marvel at the simpletons with their placidity and meekly following the likes of the Clintons, extolling their virtues to anyone that will listen, while denying to all and sundry that any corruption might exist. There is no denying the Clintons are selfish, abusive, vile. The facts speak, and now it seems the Department of Justice and the FBI are finally getting it together to investigate what many of us already knew. Finding just how deep into the cesspool Bill and Hillary Clinton's so-called charitable organization, the Clinton Foundation, delves. Rumors and questions abound since leaked financial data shows that very little of the donations actually end up going to charity, putting the Clintons squarely on Front Street under a spotlight where they belong. Financial records from 2014 show a measly 3% of donated funds received by the Clinton Foundation is all that ever makes its way to charity. Meanwhile, a whopping 97% of all donations and funding received by the Clinton Foundation goes into the pockets of the Clintons themselves, their staff, expense accounts, trips, funding them in the lifestyle to which they believe they are entitled. When a purported charity can rake in a swell $177 million in donations, it sounds like a rousing success. Except is it really, when only $5 million of those same funds actually make it to charity? When nearly 10 times that amount is being spent on other unnamed expenses. According to 2014 financial records, that is exactly what the Clinton Foundation did, took in more than $177 million in contributions, and then spent more than $91 million in expenses, while a meager $5 million was made in actual charitable donations. The documents show they list 486 employees who were paid $34.8 million and $86.1 million in fees and expenses to give away $5.1 million. Line 22 shows ending year net assets fund balances of $332. $471,349.00, which is up $85,171,891 from last year's tax return. Yet this is somehow billed as a charity, when it is little better than a slush fund for grifters. You can find the entire 65-page tax return here. Clinton Foundation 2014 tax returns. Hillary has long pointed out the Clintons' long history with Haiti, the world's first black republic. Dating back to their 1975 honeymoon, when they met a voodoo priest and visited a hotel where Ernest Hemingway once stayed. Yet they are some of the most hated people in Haiti today. Following the devastating 2010 earthquake in Haiti, the poorest country in the world was devastated. The Clintons took millions in charitable donations that were given with the intent to help rebuild the country further devastated by the natural disaster. Except very little of that money ever made it into the hands of those that needed it most, the Haitians, and instead went to line the pockets of the Clintons and their band of merry sycophants. Yet Hillary just could not resist getting on her high horse via Twitter and condemn President Donald Trump's alleged description of those paradises on earth otherwise known as El Salvador, Haiti, and some African countries as shithole countries. And in an irony that could quite possibly end all future ironies, Clinton used the 8th-year anniversary of the tragic earthquake that devastated the island nation of Haiti to sermonize to the rest of America, stating the anniversary of the devastating earthquake 8 years ago is a day to remember the tragedy, honor the resilient people of Haiti, and affirm America's commitment to helping our neighbors. Instead, we're subjected to Trump's ignorant, racist views of anyone who doesn't look like him. Funny, but Kim Ives, the editor of the Haiti Libert newspaper, stated of the Clintons, "A lot of Haitians are not big fans of the Clintons. That's for sure." The fact the Clintons kind of took over things after the earthquake and did a pretty poor job of it translates to why the Haitians have a pretty dim view of them. The paragon of virtue signaling attempting to condemn President Trump as a racist for his purported words, while her actions actually harmed the nation she is claiming to defend. Holy hypocrisy. Batman. Hillary was serving as Secretary of State in the Obama administration and Bill was listed as the UN Special Envoy to Haiti when the January 2010 earthquake struck, killing an estimated 220,000 people. Approximately $13.3 billion was pledged internationally from donors for Haiti's recovery from the devastating natural disaster. Bill was then appointed as the co-chairman of the Interim Haiti Recovery Commission (IHRC) along with Haitian Prime Minister Jean-Max Bellerin. IHRC soon found itself under fire and internationally criticized as frustrations and outright anger mounted due to the slow pace of recovery. As a result of that anger, its mandate was not renewed by the Haitian parliament in 2011. An investigation ensued under the Obama administration, and a U.S. Government Accountability Office report claimed no wrongdoing on the part of the Clintons. Yet also reached the conclusion that IHRC's decisions were not made in the best interest of the Haitian people and not necessarily aligned with Haitian priorities. Bill's own office with the UN found that 9% of the foreign aid cash went to the Haitian government and 0.6% to local organizations. The lion's share of the funds went to various UN agencies, international aid groups, private contractors and donor countries' own civilian and military agencies. For example, the Pentagon billed the State Department for hundreds of millions of dollars for sending U.S. troops to hand out bottled water and maintain order in the streets of Port-au-Prince during the crisis. Significant conflicts of interest have arisen in the months and years since the earthquake occurred in the country roughly the size of Massachusetts. Private contractors rushed to take advantage in what some dubbed the gold rush of sorts. WikiLeaks revealed even more damningly in email exchanges with top Clinton Foundation officials, a senior aide to Hillary, who was then Secretary of State, kept an eye out for those identified by the abbreviations FOB Friends of Bill Clinton or WJC VIPs William Jefferson Clinton VIPs. Need you to flag when people are friends of WJC, wrote Caitlin Cleverick, a senior State Department official who was vetting incoming offers of assistance coming through the Clinton Foundation. Cleverick claims she made the comments to help Bill identify whether potential and would-be contractors had a history in Haiti or with disaster relief. These revelations continue to provide evidence to support the claims of pay-for-play rampant throughout the Clinton Foundation. Though possibly the most enduring criticism of the Clinton Foundation's work in Haiti stems from its signature project, a garment factory known as the Caracol Industrial Park. The Clinton Foundation worked hand-in-hand in conjunction with the Clinton State Department to arrange a U.S.-subsidized deal with the Haitian government to build the $300 million factory complex in 2012. In order to make room for the 600-acre manufacturing site, several hundred Haitian farmers were evicted from their land. The site produces clothing for retailers such as Old Navy, Walmart, and Target. The South Korean textile giant SeA Trading Company, the main employer at the facility, subsequently donated between $50,000 to $100,000 to the Clinton Foundation, causing Bill to proclaim to one and all 100,000 jobs would be created in short order for the Haitian people. Yet to date, the Caracol Industrial Park has created only mere 8,000 jobs. Peter Schweizer, president of the Government Accountability Institute and author of Clinton Cash, The Untold Story of How and Why Foreign Governments and Businesses Helped Make Bill and Hillary Rich, recommended using Charity Navigator to evaluate organizations before making donations. He also observed they no longer attempt to evaluate the Clinton Foundation after delivering some extremely poor ratings. Schweizer stated they had an asterisk that basically said, "We're not going to evaluate the Clinton Foundation because of its, quote, unique business model, whatever that means." So they stopped evaluating them. There was a very interesting piece last year in New York Magazine, hardly an anti-Clinton publication, but it described in detail how the Clinton Foundation, this philanthropy charity, was basically engaged in guerrilla warfare with Charity Navigator, that they were threatening them and undermining them because they didn't like the marks that Charity Navigator was giving them. It's kind of like mafia-like tactics in the world of charity and philanthropy. It's really quite shocking.
Tell me pretty lies. Look me in the face,